What? Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks again for watching Ears First. Today we're going to be bringing you a little video on some of the things that you should be packing when you're planning your trip to Disney World. And this is more than just your basic necessities like clothes and toiletries. It goes a little beyond that of different things, different ideas. So come along, join us, and we'll see what we can do for you. We're leaving soon, we better start packing.
Don't forget socks.
Alright, we got our clothes. Is there anything else we need? Now, packing for Disney could be stressful. Trust me, I know. And you could take days of planning just trying to figure out what all you need to pack. Now, make sure you do pack plenty of clothes, plenty of socks, and plenty of underwear because you might have to change clothes a couple times. Now, when you're packing for Disney, you know you gotta remember the basics, such as your deodorant, so you can be nice to everybody else at the park. Your toothpaste, because you don't want your breath stinking, and maybe some Q-tips, because they're not provided in a room, and you never know when you might need them. We keep ours in a little airtight container, but different things you need to think about packing would be sunscreen, all the sunscreen, because you're going to be in the sun the whole time. Some Advil, Tylenol, ibuprofen, painkillers of some sort, take down swelling, because your feet are going to start swelling while you're down there. Something else to think about is putting yourself together a nice little bag with maybe some first aid supplies or something like that. And you can actually carry it into the park if you need it, but hopefully you don't. Pack yourself some Benadryl, some generic, this is the Walgreens brand, but you never know if something down there is going to bother you. You never know what's going to be in bloom in Florida. So some Benadryl might be helpful. If you're going during the off season, cold and flu season, you might want to take some kind of NyQuil or Alka-Seltzer with you. It could help you sleep at night, or if you're starting to get the sniffles, whatever, you might want that on hand. Some other random things you might want to bring along with you. Band-Aids. Your feet are going to get blistered. They're going to get sore. Band-Aids are good. Fall, scrape a knee. You know, you might need the Band-Aids for whatever. Other things to think about is going to be foot care products. You have different things like callus cushions, some moleskin that you can cut out and place on your foot around some of the blisters you might get. Little cushions, these are corn cushions, but you can put those around the blisters as well. And if you're getting all that, don't do what we did, because all this stuff is so expensive at Disney. Bring yourself a pair of scissors so you can cut your moleskin or anything else you need to cut. You know, bring all that good stuff with you and never know what you might need. Again, painkillers, headache medicine. It's going to be loud there, so you might need headache medicine. Something else, little ones fall, scrape the knee, it's a little antibiotic ointment. And this is all stuff that we pack and take with us. You're in the parks walking all day. Muscle rub, cool heat, what is that, biofreeze, stuff like that you want to bring. More Band-Aids. I can't not stress the Band-Aids. They've helped me out so much. And apparently, perfume. Don't forget your sunscreen or you may end up looking like me. Going along with all that first aid stuff, something else to think about, maybe some heartburn medicine, some antacids, because let's face it, you're going to be doing a lot of Disney eating and some of it just might not be sitting too well. So something like that might be good. Another thing, again, if you're going in the off season, some Lysol wipes. And you're going in the off season when it's cold and flu season. Like I said, with the medicine, this could help. You just go in your room, wipe stuff down, wipe off doorknobs, this, that, and the other. Can come in handy. Something else to think about, especially if you got any snorers in your family, earplugs. That way when you're sleeping, hopefully they're not keeping you awake. We got some of these, we're going to give them a try. Order these off Amazon, fairly inexpensive. But we're going on our next trip that we're planning for here, that we're packing for right now. We're going to be sharing a room with my parents, Alex's grandparents, so we want to make sure And if they snore, we're not going to be awake all night. Something else you want to think about is going to be your camera supplies. Make sure you bring your tripods with you with all the attachments. Bring your camera straps with you. Now, you don't want to forget those, because carrying the camera around all day can get pretty cumbersome. And also keep in mind that the basic camera straps that come with the cameras that just go around your neck, they get pretty uncomfortable after a little while, so you don't want to forget stuff like a good camera strap. You can look at Amazon, find one for 20 bucks, and over the shoulder where the camera will actually slide up and down. Going back with the tripods, don't forget your little ones. These can come in handy, like some of the videos we do at the restaurants. We'll set this on the table, we're good to go. Or, makes a good handle for a camera on top. Something else to think about? Batteries and chargers. Bring all the batteries and chargers. You want all of them. And, I cannot stress this enough. Do not forget to bring your SD cards. I always carry a couple extras with me because with all the videos and everything that I'm taking, you might want to make sure you have enough. So that goes right along with the batteries.
And don't forget to take them with you when you go into the park.
Yeah, I did that before and I had to make my way back. And last but not least, don't forget your cameras. So you want to take all those with you. How many ever you got, take them with you, use them all. I've got a night vision camera. Woo. But yes, don't forget your camera supplies. Even if you're just taking a little point and shoot, make sure you take an extra battery with you. Take a little hand strap with you for it. Make sure you have pockets that you can put it in. These are important things because once you get to the park, you don't want to leave, which I had to. So, cameras, don't forget them. So, something to remember, because it is Florida, and while Disney has almost all the magic in the world, the one thing they can't control is the weather. So, some things to remember to pack. You might want to pack yourself an umbrella. And if you can, get yourself some of the ponchos. Now you can go to your local stores to buy them. You can go wherever you want, or you can get yourself some of the Disney ones. So get your ponchos. Make sure you take enough ponchos for everybody. Get yourself a golf umbrella. More than one person can actually use one of those. They can kind of huddle underneath them if need be. But plan accordingly because, again, it's Florida. It's going to rain. So again, planning for the weather, planning for the sun or the rain, make sure you pack yourself some hats. So bring your ball caps, bring your sun hats. If you're going out, make sure you bring some of your fancy hats. And of course, it's Disney World, so don't forget your ear hats and all that good stuff for your headwear. So make sure you plan accordingly and bring whatever hat that you need so you're ready for anything. So going back to foot care along with the callus pads, foot powder, anything you need like that, you're going to want to go get yourself a good pair of walking shoes or running shoes. Now you don't want to get them just before you leave for the park because they'll turn your feet into hamburger. You want to give yourself about a month to break them in. So make sure you're packing your shoes. Don't just pack one pair, pack for all occasions. That way you have everything you need. So you're going around the parks, make sure you pack your running shoes, your walking shoes. You know, if you're going to the pool, make sure you bring some pool shoes with you. Or just hanging out in the room, bring that. So bring shoes, all kinds of shoes, whatever shoes are necessary. If you're going out to a fancy dinner, bring your fancy shoes. Shoes, shoes, shoes. We cannot stress the importance of making sure you have the right ones. It is nothing to put on 20,000 steps in one day at the Magic Kingdom. You might end up walking more than 10 miles in a single day. So, make sure you have good shoes for all that walking. Okay, so I know we've covered a lot of stuff so far, but next we want to talk about different snacks and everything that you can pack to take to the resorts with you, and also that you could pack and take to the parks. And different things you might want to look at is maybe some sodas, some juice boxes, peanut butter, maybe get some bread to go with it, with different crackers and snacks. Easy stuff that you can pack up and take with you to the parks. And that make for easy breakfast and stuff like that. You also might want to find yourself little bags or something, or a backpack, whatever you want, that you can pack some of the stuff in to take to the park. You don't want to carry too much with you, and don't forget, if you carry a bag with you to the park, you do have to go through the bag check. So, on the same note, buying snacks, buying drinks can be expensive while on Disney property and at the resorts. So different things you might want to take with you might include some of the adult beverages, because wow, those can get pretty expensive on Disney property. Even though they are really good, it'll break the bank quick. So if you bring yourself a little bit of beer, maybe a little bit of liquor or wine, whatever is your choice, you might want to pack some of that to take with you, so you might be able to sit down and enjoy a drink in the room after a long day. So something to think about. Also, going along with drinks, stuff you might want to take, because they do offer it in room, and you'll have if you have the dining plan, you have the refillable mug, or you can just buy the refillable mug for, I think it's about, yeah, right around $10 or so. So something to think about though is maybe taking some of your own coffee with you. Because I know I wake up in the morning and that's the first thing I want. Now, most of the coffee pots in room don't take normal coffee filters. They have their pre-packed ones. At Disney, it's Joffrey's, and all the other resorts have their own thing. So you might want to invest in maybe a little coffee pot that you can take with you. Or maybe a Keurig. If you have a portable Keurig, you take that with you. It'd be easy to do. Now, I do know that some of you are going to be flying, actually probably a lot of you are going to be flying in, and a lot of the stuff that I've said so far is not an option for you to take with you, because the more you pack, the more you have to pay to fly. But if you're driving, try to bring a lot of this stuff with you. Heck, bring half the kitchen with you, because it could save you a few dollars and it could make your time there a little more fun. So these are just different snack and drink ideas to think about while you're staying on Disney property or in the general area. And heck, for any vacation you take and you're going to a theme park, this is a good idea, stuff that you might want to do. So. Nothing like a refreshing drink after a long day at the parks. Alright, so I've covered quite a bit of stuff, and now it's time to get down to the main essentials, things that you definitely need to take with you, especially if you already have them. One, don't forget your autograph book, all your autographs that you've had before, and then your blank pages, because definitely want to fill these up as much as possible. Second thing that you really want to make sure you have, and especially if you don't, and if this is your first time, it might be a little confusing, but you want to get the My Disney Experience app. It comes in handy. It gives you maps in the park, all that good stuff, so make sure you have your cell phone with you for that. Another thing you're going to need is, coming on over here, is make sure you have your, it's not cooperating, luggage tags. You want your luggage tags for flying, obviously. You can get the Disney ones. And another good thing it's for is for the bellhops, concierge, stuff like that. If your bag gets misplaced while you're unloading before they take it to your room, it's a good way for them to identify it. So always label your luggage, whether you're flying or driving, just in case. And on that same note, make sure you take with you some spare cash that you can use for tipping. So you can, if you happen to take a taxi, you can tip the taxi driver, you can tip concierge, you can tip the bellhops. There's a lot of places to tip while staying at certain Disney properties if you do valet parking and whatnot. And I guess that leaves us, last but not least, is the magic bands. Make sure you have them with you. They're everything that you could possibly do at the park. It is going to be your key, it is going to be for your room, it is going to be your ticket into the parks. It is going to be everything. Anything and everything that you could possibly think of at Disney World is pretty much now run by your magic band. You want to get into your room, you got to scan your magic band. You want to buy a Mickey Mouse doll, you got to scan your magic band. You scan it for everything. So make sure you don't forget to take those. Now, if you do forget, they do offer magic bands at the front desk of your hotel, guest services, but you won't be able to get to pick a color. Last time I checked, it was everybody got gray. So keep that in mind. Customize your magic bands. You can get your name on them, and you can pick out the colors that you want. They're now offering purple as one of the normal choices that you can get. Before it was a special color in order to find it. So as you can see, we've got our purples in there. Both Pamela and I are getting the purple, and everybody else is getting different colors. So there's that. And I believe that is pretty close to everything that you might need to worry about. Alright, just for another little quick tip, if you're packing your clothes and everything, you're wondering what you should take, always take comfortable clothes with you with pockets, even if you got cargo shorts, something like that, that you can carry some of your stuff in. If you have it's a lot easier than carrying a bag because you don't have to go through bag check and all that. Something else to keep in mind, depending on where you're going to be eating, where you've got reservations, if you're eating at some of the nicer places, they do have a dress code. You might have to wear a polo shirt with shoes, you know, no flip-flops, no ball caps, stuff like that. So you might want to keep something nicer on hand just in case, depending on where you're going. So there's something else to keep in mind. Now I know this is a lot of stuff that we have shown, and a lot of it we do take ourselves, but we also drive to Disney every time we go instead of flying because it's just cheaper for us. If it was only one person going, yeah, it might be cheaper to fly. Now I know a lot of you do fly to Disney, so you might have to cut back on some of the stuff you pack with the creature comforts. But just keep in mind that the more of this stuff you can pack, the easier and cheaper it might be while you're in the parks. Now on a side note, I do want to let you know that coming up we are going back to Disney, so there's going to be a lot more videos for us to be posting. I might be posting some live videos from Disney. We're going to be making it for the last Halloween party on the 31st, and I'll be showing some of the parade and everything. Hopefully I'll be able to get that up live. If not, I'll be posting it fairly soon after we're done there. We'll be doing daily videos with that and a lot of brand new restaurant videos and everything for you to see in the following weeks after we go there. So if you like our videos, please share it with your friends, get the word out. We're really loving doing these videos, and we want to bring more to you. And we've been doing this for about a year now. We've got just over the 300 subscribers, and we definitely want to keep pushing for more so we can spread the Disney fun with everybody. We really do enjoy doing this. So any comments, any suggestions, please leave them below. And again, suggestions for restaurants or ideas, tips, anything that you think we could help you out with. Any questions you have, feel free to ask, and we'll do our best to get an answer for you. So thanks for watching Ears First, and we'll see you again soon.